The MotoGP paddock has been rocked to its core. Just when many believed the rider market for the next era was beginning to settle, a bombshell has detonated at the heart of the championship. Fabio Quartararo, a rider synonymous with blue leathers and the Yamaha project, is reportedly set to switch camps in one of the most dramatic transfers of the modern era. For years, Quartararo was the face of Yamaha's revival. He delivered them a world title, carried their development on his shoulders, and defended the project publicly even as rivals surged ahead. Now, in a move few saw coming this early, the Frenchman is preparing to walk away from the factory that built him into a world champion. And the destination? Not Ducati, not Aprilia, but Honda. A manufacturer rebuilding from its own crisis, betting on a new technical direction for 2027. This is not just a rider transfer. It is a political, technical and strategic earthquake that could redefine the balance of power in MotoGP's new 850 cubic centimetre era. According to international reports, Fabio Quartararo has signed a 2-year agreement with Honda Racing Corporation, committing to the Japanese manufacturer for the 2027 and 2028 seasons. The deal is believed to be finalized, with formal confirmation expected once contractual windows allow. For over half a decade, Quartararo has been inseparable from Yamaha motor racing. Recruited as a prodigious talent developed within their system and crowned 2021 world champion aboard the M1, he became the centerpiece of Yamaha's sporting identity. Yet since that title triumph, performance has slipped. The once razor-sharp M1 package gradually lost ground in straight-line speed and acceleration, particularly against Ducati's dominance and Aprilia's rapid development curve. Quartararo repeatedly highlighted the limitations of the inline-4 engine, arguing that without a significant power increase, Yamaha would remain trapped in defensive racing. Yamaha responded. Development intensified. A parallel V4 engine project was initiated ahead of the 850 cubic centimeters regulations set for 2027. But early testing feedback reportedly failed to convince their star rider that the project would deliver swift, decisive gains. From a technical standpoint, Quartararo's dissatisfaction was not impulsive. It was cumulative. Attempts to extract more horsepower from the inline-4 concept came at a cost. The M1's famed smoothness and corner speed stability began to erode. In chasing straight-line gains, Yamaha risked sacrificing the very DNA that made the bike competitive in the first place. Quartararo found himself fighting on two fronts, lacking top speed on the straights, while also losing some of the cornering advantage that once compensated for it. But the story does not end with engineering. Leadership changes within Yamaha also appear to have influenced the atmosphere inside the garage. The transition from longtime team boss Lynn Jarvis to Paolo Pavesio reportedly altered communication dynamics. Jarvis was known for his close, protective relationship with riders. Pavesio's management style is viewed as more corporate and less publicly tolerant of rider criticism. At times, Quartararo's candid media comments about technical shortcomings seemed to create visible tension. In interviews, he hinted that he preferred direct conversations with engineers rather than navigating management structures. A subtle but telling remark. When a rider of Quartararo's caliber begins to question both the technical roadmap and the internal harmony of a project, change becomes increasingly likely. On paper, Honda might appear a surprising choice. The RC213V has endured difficult seasons. However, beneath the surface, there are strategic signals worth noting. Honda has demonstrated steady, if not spectacular, progress over the past 2 campaigns. More importantly, they are fully committed to a ground-up redesign for the 2027 850 cubic centimeters regulations. The rumoured new generation RC214V represents a reset button, not merely an evolution. Financially, the move also makes sense. Quartararo is believed to earn in the region of €12 million per year at Yamaha. Honda, with vast factory resources and a determination to return to championship contention, is reportedly prepared to match or even exceed that figure. Yet money alone does not explain this transfer. This is about influence. Quartararo will not arrive at Honda as just another rider. He will arrive as the cornerstone of their 850 cubic centimeters era. HRC has a history of building projects around elite talents. If the Frenchman believes he can shape the bike's development direction from the outset, the gamble becomes logical. This decision triggers a domino effect across the grid. Yamaha must now search for a new leader. High-profile names such as Jorge Martin and Pedro Acosta are already being mentioned in speculation circles. Meanwhile, Honda's existing rider lineup faces uncertainty. At least one current seat may be sacrificed to accommodate the incoming star. There are even whispers of a potential dream team scenario at Honda in 2027, a pairing that could instantly transform the competitive hierarchy. With the regulation shift to 850 cubic centimeters machines approaching, 2027 was already destined to be a reset year. Quartararo's move amplifies that reset exponentially. Rider market stability will evaporate. Contract negotiations will accelerate. Manufacturers will reassess development priorities. From a journalistic standpoint, this is a calculated risk rather than an emotional exit. Quartararo has already experienced what it means to fight for wins while carrying the burden of development responsibility. At Yamaha, he often felt like the sole reference point for progress. If Honda can provide a stronger technical support structure and quicker iteration cycles, the Frenchman could thrive. However, history warns us rebuilding projects are unpredictable. Honda's recovery trajectory remains incomplete. If their 850 cubic centimeters concept fails to deliver immediately, Quartararo could once again find himself in a long-term development battle. But champions rarely wait for perfect conditions. They choose bold paths. By signing a 2-year deal starting in 2027, Quartararo is aligning his prime years with a manufacturer reset. If it succeeds, he will be credited as the rider who led Honda back to dominance. If it falters, questions will resurface about whether leaving Yamaha was premature. One thing is certain, MotoGP's next era just became far more compelling. The countdown to 2027 has officially begun. What makes this transfer even more fascinating is the psychological dimension behind it. Quartararo is not merely changing machinery, he is changing identity.